Who heard? Spirituality. The fundamental motive for manifesting any thought into a tangible form is intention. This is the central point from which all streams of light of our deeds flow. If the intention is pure, even a small deed generates luminous effects. But if there is impurity in intention, even the greatest act turns into darkness. The sole purpose of all esoteric knowledge is for the individual to study the self. By understanding the function of their spiritual mind in such a way that the contrast between the subtle and dense lights within their consciousness becomes bright as sunlight. The mentor says, lights too have their own nature, temperament, and influence. Some lights bestow expansiveness to the heart, some create balance in thought, and some bestow the ability to discern and decide. In the path of Sufism, observation and experience hold a place of fundamental importance. The mentor would often say, knowledge, until it descends into experience, is nothing more than a play of words. For example, if a person merely wonders what it might feel like to steal, the thought alone would seem meaningless. But if he were to actually experience it, an instant anxiety would grip his heart and mind. This very turmoil is proof that the inner lights and darknesses are constantly commenting upon a person's actions. An incident in the mentor's routines holds profound insight. On one occasion, a few of his personal items were stolen. When informed, he replied with his characteristic smile, "Someone must have taken them out of reverence." This response was not merely an act of forgiveness, but a manifestation of spiritual training. Instead of condemning the thief's action, he placed his own self in the background, so that the disciples could realize that the stature of a spiritual mentor stands far above his possessions and worldly belongings. In a similar way, on another occasion, I myself witnessed an extraordinary scene. I was present at the mentor's residence, where the spiritual mother, respected Rashida Iffat Sahiba, was seated. Her generosity and hospitality were unparalleled. She had prepared a variety of dishes with her own hands and had also placed dry fruits upon the dining cloth. When Ammi Jan stepped into another room for some need, a woman quickly filled the pockets of her sweater with the dry fruits. Nervously, I tried to stop her, but she replied with utter indifference, "She's our spiritual mother. This is all right." This was a small incident, yet it became a profound lesson for me, that this very spiritual and mental corruption has seeped into our nature over time, where a person, for their own benefit, begins to see every transgression as their right. The Holy Quran states, "And when it is said to them, 'Do not cause corruption on the earth,' they say, 'We are only reformers.' Beware, it is they who are the corrupters, but they perceive it not." The mentor once spoke at the inauguration ceremony of a khanqah in a certain city. Even a single pencil, eraser, or matchbox present in the khanqah is a trust. This sentence is the essence of Khanqahi training, for spirituality is not merely the name of meditation, remembrance, or seclusion. Rather, trust, justice, and the purity of intention are the very foundations of spirituality. The process of continuous and consistent character building is spirituality.